What's up guys, welcome to the door number 3 of the finance calendar, where we dive into 24 financial ratios in 24 days. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the ratios, and let's go! Yesterday we talked about PE ratio, but today let me cite Forbes. Forget PE, focus on the price to sales to find the super stocks. The price to sales ratio compares a company's stock price to its sales. It is pretty simple to calculate. Simply divide the current market value of a stock with the sales per share, or by dividing the market value of a company by its total sales. Let's take Apple as our example again. Their 2020 sales were $274.15 billion and they had 17.53 billion shares outstanding. When we divide those two, we get the sales per share, which is $15.64. Now, if we take a look at Apple's current market price, it is $160.17. When we divide that by the sales per share, we get the price to sales ratio, which is 10.24. As with the PE ratio, it is common to use the trailing 12-month sales for the price to sales ratio too. The trailing 12-month sales for Apple is $365.82 billion and the current shares outstanding are 16.41 billion. This means that the sales per share are $22.3 and the price to sales ratio is 7.18. Now that we know how to calculate the price to sales ratio, let's take a look at how we can use it. It is one of the tools that the investors use to evaluate the company, and it shows us how much investors are paying for $1 of sales. This means that if the price to sales ratio is 7, investors are paying $7 for every dollar of the company's sales. One great thing about PS ratio is that it can never be a negative number. While the PE ratio sometimes is not available at all because the earnings can be negative, the price of the stock and the sales will always be positive. As with pretty much every ratio, you can use the price to sales ratio to compare different companies. If we have two banks and the other one has a price to sales ratio of 5 while the other one has 15, it might mean that the bank A is undervalued. As always, don't make your decision based on one ratio. Just because the price to sales is lower does not mean that bank A is a better investment, but it's one of the ratios that you should check out and find out why is it lower or higher. That's it for today's financial ratio. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the financial ratios in the future. Have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!